Anyway, now let's get started. The Long Reign of Fate, Beryl's character story. Again, I should have done this when, like, right after the main event story, when I finished it, uh, right around when the patch launched. But I didn't. But anyway, might as well finish it now before Broom's, character story, or before Broom comes out, and we take care of her story. I don't want to forget about Beryl's. Anyway, let's start. The Unforeseen. Hmm. Hopefully it's good. Streets of Paris. Little Matilda, huh? Excusez-moi, don't push me?
Pardon?
What?
Comme
You
c'est très
brute!
impoli.
You stepped on my foot. In the hubbub, no one notices the angry little girl. Too small to resist the crowd, she is swept along with it. All the grown-ups are rushing to the front. I won't be able to see a thing. Now think, Matilda, what to do now. Oh, I've got it. She carefully backs up. Still sturdy enough. Finds a discarded crate and steps on it. Steps up on it. Foundation hardly ever holds these sorts of parade ceremonies. They've worked with the Buanish family for years, so I should take this chance to learn more about them. Even better if I can find out their secrets. The safe houses that shelter from a strange rain, for example, how did they find them? She thinks for a moment. Maman made many prophecies for them, all accurate, of course, so asking them for a little honesty is hardly unreasonable. But I do admire the Foundation for their generosity towards our family, or toward our family. I'll be taking over the family business someday, after all. Responsible heir should show her support. Procession dressed in white approaches. The young arcanists walk in dignified unison, solemnly representing their organization. She catches sight of the orange-haired girl leading the procession. Her whispered monologue halts, and her proud excitement falters into uncertainty.
Yes.
Who's that? Sonetto's always there. All the time. Procession members are all outstanding, but that girl's unmistakably the greatest among them. Anyone could see it. Maman, look, I want to be like her someday, marching proudly at the front. Then you'll have to work hard. Only the best can become a leader like that. The best. Tilda looks around. No one's looking at her. The orange-haired girl passes by and soon Matilda can only see her back. Thoughts swell in her chest, her heartbeats quickens. And she leaps from the crate and runs without looking back. Sitting room parlor of crystals. She's gonna find her mom. Mom, I have to... On seeing what's inside, she stops, slowly stepping aside. Thin woman sits, her hands clasped together as she gazes in anxious hope at the lady with a crystal pendulum in hand. Madame Buanish, can my daughter be cured? Beryl does not reply. Her expression is calm, her eyes half lowered. So many people come to my mom for help every day. Girl sighs as though helpless, though the pride on her face is unmistakable. Mother is famous for the accuracy of her prophecies. The diviner's words are a ray of light for those in distress. This is the diviner of the Buanish family. One day I will just be as spectacular as Maman. She watches her mother with pride, waiting for the pendulum's glow to fade and for her to speak.
No need to worry.
Daughter will recover. Then what should I do? I've gone to every hospital in Paris. Medicine is not the only cure. Rumors can cause as much harm as any illness. You mean... I understand, Madame Buanish. Thank you truly. The woman rises, bows, and hurriedly leaves, a box full of purchased crystals in her arms. She doesn't even notice when one slips out. Adam, you dropped a crystal. Tilda takes a step forward, but her mother stops her. Procuring those crystals is not her aim. Faced with a future she believes to be certain, crystals have no true value. Will you have more customers later, Maman? I want to...
Matilda.
I know, Matilda. Go outside and hang the closed sign. Dora picks up the crystal from the floor and looks gently at her daughter. Tilda animatedly describes the procession and the orange-haired girl. Beryl maintains a gentle smile while her gaze rests lightly on her daughter. She seems distant.
Elle va bien.
I have to admit, she did look
Je
impressive.
suppose.
But if you transfer me there, I will be leading the next procession, I assure you. Then she'll have to watch my back as I walk on ahead. Caught up in her excitement. In her own excitement, she doesn't notice a crystal pendulum in her mother's hands faintly glow again. Maman?
Matilda.
So did you foretell my answer to this request? No, I didn't.
Why is that?
There's no need for me to divine this. Even if you don't agree at first, I'm certain I can convince you. Indeed, it seems you are doing so now. However, if you already knew the answer, there would be no need to work so hard. Tilda instantly picks up the meaning behind her mother's words. Joy blooms in her heart in an instant. She doesn't notice the emotion that flickers briefly across her mother's face. Maman, you mean...
Certainly.
There's no reason to refuse. Superb, then I'll... My apologies, I meant no interruption. An unexpected visitor swings open the door, bringing the echoes of the chaos outside with her. Her apology is emotionless.
Pardon?
Didn't you read the sign? We're closed. We're not taking...
Matilda.
Matilda? She looks at her mother in surprise. The usual gentle smile on Beryl's face is a shade fainter. Beryl Buanish, there are none with prophecies as true as thine. In thy sight, the past, present, and future coexist. The guests thou sawest this day were merely the memories of yesterday, and thou placed the closed sign early, just as the future instructed. The future? Yet here I am, utterly unpredicted. The end. To answer the unanswerable. Just who does she think she is? Barging in here while I'm having such an important conversation with Maman. Maman? Beryl follows routine and leads the guest to the crystal display room. Maman never sees visitors after closing. Why today? Why indeed? Is it somebody from... I was gonna say, is it someone from Menace, but... doesn't seem like it, I don't know. She cannot join them inside, but curiosity drives her to listen in as best she can. Deep in the parlor, translucent light refracts the figures within like scattered shards inside a kaleidoscope. Here one must show sincerity if one wishes for a prophecy from Beryl Buanish. Thus thy clients purchase more crystals than they truly have need of. And thou art content with such an agreement, typical merchant's logic. Managing a business is no easy feat. Misunderstand and I make no judgment. I too will offer my sincerity, one I am sure will not disappoint a diviner such as thyself. Tilda pricks up her ears, catching the drifting words, her eyes locked on the shadows on the floor. Abomination, do thou wish to see my future? Perhaps what thou seekest is but a glance away. What Maman seeks? The room goes so quiet you could hear a pin drop. Heh. There's a faint laugh. Matilda sees a pendulum fall and sway in the dark. Oh. A light yet potent force spreads through the room. Every crystal trembles, responding to the diviner's call with dazzling light. The radiance swells as if trying to burst beyond the small chamber. Madame Bouaniche, what dost thou see? Questioned Lens softly. Like crystal striking stone, ringing follows, sharp and piercing. Suddenly the light begins to falter, flickering between brilliance and shadow. What's happening? Crystals tumble to the floor one after another, their glow dimming. At last the light contracts and vanishes. First a pendulum in Beryl's hand, then the crystals nearby, then farther and farther, each bursts, scattering shards across the room. How could this be? The diviner freezes instinctively, stepping back. My bad. I keep on getting up. I cannot find a good chair position. Maman? Or all else, Matilda rushes to her mother's side. Oh no, Maman, your head is bleeding. You, whatever you want, you are not welcome here. Matilda whirls around, stepping in front of her mother. Seems this isn't a time to chat. Wait to leave the parlor right this instant? I definitely need a new chair. Actually, I have a chair. It's just I'm waiting to unpack it when we move. Excuse me. All her training forgotten, she speaks only from instinct to keep her mother safe. After a long moment, a faint sigh softens the tension. Like the hum of a cracking crystal.
Matilda.
She turns, her mother's hand gently touches her cheek. The cool sensation is like a gem freshly mined from the earth, untouched by the sun's warmth.
Maman.
Today you made a choice filled with passion and resolve. Besides that, there's nothing else you remember from today. Drowsiness grows over her, forcing her eyes shut and soothing away her troubled thoughts. This matter has drained all your strength. So now, you need a rest, so I'll have the energy to prepare for transferring schools. Sweet girl. She falls into darkness. The London tea releases a gentle fragrance, but neither person seated at the table cares for it. The host who served the tea takes only a single sip and does not lift the cup again. Taste of this tea was revealed to her long before today. Drinking it now is merely confirmation of it. Thy decisiveness surpasses my expectations. I do not wish the conversation to be interrupted. Fulfilling a guest's need is a basic skill of any merchant.
However,
And I will not deny this arrangement happens to satisfy both parties. Is that Arcana? In the display room, Matilda sits slumped against the wall, quietly asleep. Well then, Madame Bouaniche, what myth didst thou see? I think she kind of talks like her too, right? Understanding one another's identities is the premise of conversation. How might I address you, my guest? Heh, the need of words for clarity must be quite unusual for one of thy abilities, The diviner observes the person before her again, gathering her words. You are unlike any human or arcanist I have ever known. You exist outside the oracles I may perceive. I can only conclude that you are a heterogeneous Heterogeneous being, one that even prophecy cannot contain. Please forgive my bluntness. It's definitely Arcana, for sure, then. No matter, continue. Haze gathers about you a darkness the pendulum cannot penetrate. And a whispering circles my ears, endless, incomprehensible. The moment the guest entered, a damp heaviness had filled the room, kind of air most unsuitable for storing crystals, like the stifling pressure before a storm.
I see.
I have received your sincerity. Cannot see your future. Your life stream does not reveal its course to me. It is no meager gift to one who claims to see all things, and you are not surprised by this result. So then what is it you seek?
You ask?
Oh, the price of a fair exchange, Madame Buoniche. When last didst thou fall into the depths of doubt? On the map of fate, all has its destined place. Time loses its linear meaning, and there is no hiding from it. For thou seest it, true, where all things have been, where they now remain, and where they are soon to go. Only there was a rain. Ah, yes, thou hast seen it, and I know of it well, as well. The white robes have always given little. They shelter thee from the rain, yet deprive thee of the right to truly see it. A rain that flowed up from the ground?
A rain. Beyond prediction.
Just like your visit today. In late 1999, inside a safe house provided by the Foundation, Beryl witnessed the rain flow upward. When did this rain begin? How did it form? Why did it appear? For the first time in her life, the unknown had arrived, bringing endless questions with it. Beryl stared at the rain beyond the window, unable to look away. What I seek is simple: one hint from a diviner, one insight. An answer to a question none other can answer. Madame Buoniche, thou mayest call me Arcana. Yeah. Oh, it even it shows her now, yeah. Pray tell, how dost thou view the storm? Cracks and splinters. Countryside Delhi? Delhi? A courtyard on the outskirts of Delhi. Few ever visit this place. It is so quiet, it feels as though the sun itself has cooled.
But...
Wait, Broom is here too. What the heck? I understand Madame Buoniche needs a quiet place to recover. This place is in the middle of nowhere. Surely no one will travel all this way just to buy crystals, will they? Gem hunter, having left the lively gem market, can't help but sigh. Walks toward the side room at the corridor's end, a conversation drifting over from it. So, in Morpan, in the room, lively young girl's talking rapidly before Beryl. She hears movement from outside and turns.
Bonjour. You must
Oh,
be the
I was wondering who it was. Just from like the little portrait, it was Matilda in her little in her garment, her different clothes. Bonjour, you must be the jewel hunter Maman spoke of, right? Young face that resembles Beryl at first glance, yet is entirely different upon closer look.
Goodness.
So Madame Buoniche really does have a daughter. So this is like temporarily after the main event story we did, right? I think. I mean, it seems like it. What radiant celestial energy you have, or at least before this segment, like part 3. What radiant celestial energy you have, unless I'm wrong. Great Matilda must not miss this, chats. Excuse me. Diviner must also learn to read the symbolic language of the stars. Conversation between mother and daughter continues. Broom chooses not to interrupt their reunion. She quietly organizes the crystals Beryl has not yet put away, watching her from the corner of her eye.
Matilda.
Do you believe that by borrowing the power of the stars you may truly see the future? The shifting of celestial phases mirrors the relationship between the universe and human destiny.
Then,
Once you join the Foundation, what will fate mean to you then? Is it the angle of the moonlight, or the image shown in the crystal ball? She poses her daughter a rare question. Broom stops what she's doing and looks back at Matilda. Matilda shows the same confusion and hesitation she feels inside. No, that is only the shallowest edge of fate. Fate gives us guidance. It is precise, but it requires a spirit to comprehend. Still, I believe that every omen in this world is part of the path of destiny. The diviner smiles, saying nothing.
Maman, qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
Maman, what is it? No, nothing. You were just as you were. I'm glad to see it. From the moment you asked to transfer schools, your choices have followed the stream of fate. Beryl seems to return to her earlier demeanor.
Aha!
Aha, this is a test, isn't it? From one diviner to another?
This fee.
Naturally, and you pass. See Matilda's joy, Broom furrows her brow. Most of the sapphires circulating the trade are fakes these days. I plan to go directly to the mining site. Matilda gone, Broom finally has a chance to explain her next plan to Beryl. During her final moments in Paris, the gem hunter and the diviner formed a partnership. Now their search for the rare Kashmir sapphire has brought them to Delhi.
I see.
Then I will have to trouble you to make the trip. Yes, Adele, is there something else you wish to say?
Madame Boaniche.
Madame Boaniche, were you truly praising Matilda just now? It didn't seem like it.
As you can see.
I believe I made myself clear, but...
Adele.
Adele, take this orbiculum. Crystal messaging will be more stable than a communicator in the mines. It will keep us in contact should anything go wrong. She shows a gentle smile. Broom accepts the orbiculum, understanding that she should not press further. Right. Safe house. A month later, the rain flows upward once more, accompanied by zealous pop art. In the safe house, Broom watches Beryl's busy figure in the daze. Sapphire that nearly cost Broom her life is now placed at the center of the table. Why are you still making that face? I'd have thought you'd have got yourself together after leaving the mines. Lixian, the escapee of death, lingers on in a jewel. Only the diviner who entrapped her and the gem hunter who shares her life can hear her voice. And it must be like Madame Boaniche, calm no matter what. Never shaken no matter what I face. Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, you're good, dude, no worries. Outside, the rain grows heavier. You know, the diviner takes her seat, her hand rests upon the mineral, and the glow of the ritual grows. I hope Madame Boaniche's ritual is successful this time. At least then, everyone's efforts will mean something. Safe house glows as bright as daylight, as every mineral hums in tune. Broom squints, struggling to keep her eyes on Beryl. What exactly is Madame Boaniche seeing? The answer slips away. Kashmir sapphire reaches its limit and bursts. Fragments scatter across the floor. Filled again.
Madame Boaniche.
Madame Boaniche, are you alright? Beryl sits motionless, eyes lowered, thinking for a moment. This ritual lasted longer than the last.
I am afraid this is not what I was looking for.
But sapphire is not the most suitable mineral. The stone's value is reduced to nothing. Madam, you have never answered this question directly, but now please tell me, what is it you're trying to see through this ritual? Beryl's silent after a long moment. She lifts her eyes.
The truth you seek, Adele. Did you find it while you were out on your search?
The storm has disrupted the world. Chaos with this arrow will bring it again at some point, just like in Paris. Before it stops, there's no predicting which era it will take us to, even for you.
Then
What is your conclusion? The roles of questioner and answerer switch. For some reason, the scene invokes a strong sense of deja vu. She answers firmly. Storm has made life lose all meaning. Beryl lets out a soft laugh. Brim suddenly recalls where this scene occurred, just earlier between Beryl and Matilda.
Beryl, what's got you so on edge of late?
I wonder if there's gonna be gameplay during any of hers. So far, it hasn't. There isn't any. Oh, this one definitely has gameplay. Why can't I? I'm gonna go back real quick. Hold on. Me. Three to this till there's gameplay is crazy. Wait, what? The bluntness of the question cuts through the fragile calm.
On edge?
Well, I don't even know if there's gameplay at all. Sometimes there isn't. But it's rare. Sulky, anxious, irritated. Pick whichever you prefer. That is how you're acting. Oh, a rare sight indeed. The ever-composed Beryl Blonish, even when revealing her terrible taste, she hides it beneath a false calm. But how to explain such an absurd phenomenon? The visible disappointment, the mockery of no place to go. You hold an answer only you know, reveal it to no one, yet expect all of us to see straight through it. Your arrogance is well hidden, I'll give you that. Yet still you long for someone who can see what you see. Everyone else is simply too slow, aren't they? Lucian gasped for breath. She has done her best to conceal her weakness in this confrontation. Beryl's just smiling. Beryl smiles again.
I see.
So I'm anxious then. This is not the smile she uses to navigate social worlds, but a smile born from within, vivid enough to change her whole expression. The faint lines at the corner of her eyes, the shattered gemstone glimmer softly. None can force me to make a choice, all those possibilities unknown to me. The only one who holds the power to decide is a me that is not yet to come to be.
Then it is this new self which unsettles me.
She smiles, gathers the fragments in her palm, and hands them to Brum. Adele, you searching for meaning? You search for meaning. Would you like to keep them? When did I begin to no longer need me and the possibilities it brings? Me. The crystal shop in Paris. Memories surfaced before her. Before I was born, the parlor of crystals was nothing more than an old, cramped shop.
My mother.
My mother, facing the difficulties of survival, took the box of crystals passed down from her mother. She had no carefully laid business plan, no network built over generations. She knew the crystals were of good quality and would fetch a fair price, just as they had for those distant relatives, and with the addition of a few small gifts, many would gladly help her sustain her life. Oh, is this her mom? Saw a window set into a stone wall. It was damp, cold, but inside the window was a clear blue sky where all light gathered. Clarine? The woman quickly sorts through the tangled thoughts in her mind as she describes what the orbiculum revealed.
Look.
She attempted to push beyond her limits to reach the truth. What does that mean? It's best not to rush. Understanding fate's hidden language requires patience and insight. An ill-matched scene. It means your life may need a turning point or that you may soon fall into hardship.
As you can see,
Fate was stingy with her. The image it provided the image it provided ever unclear. She had to choose her words carefully, gently, leaving room for retreat. Madame Clarin, do you mean...
You must live cautiously.
Your life is indeed improving. The turning point has already arrived. You must be cautious moving forward. It will determine whether you live outside the window or inside it. Oh, I knew it. Those greedy parasites, Madame Clarin, thank you for the warning. No need to thank me. This is but a small repayment for your generosity. The client leaves, taking the yellow crystals he purchased with him. This was her tactic after the sale. She would offer a complimentary divination to draw on the curious. She interpreted vague symbols, disguising fate's turn as gentle care. She even led them to believe that if they followed her guidance, what the pendulum showed was only a possibility, not destiny. Just like the window my mother
and
saw.
then
It was a window of a prison cell, and the sky outside was the last view that client would see at the end of his life, where he would soon face the guillotine. Parasites he spoke of would later join with the police to steal the key to the treasury he guarded. How do I know this? Let me tell you. The Buaniche residence.
Everything's fine now.
Is that Beryl that we're hearing? Everything's fine now. Woman gently pats the wailing infant in her arms, pacing the room with a furrowed brow.
my mother.
Oh, it is. The crystal business had finally stabilized, and my mother no longer needing to worry about survival started a family. And for a long time after my birth, my crying never ceased. My mother lost sleep, grew thinner day by day, and the business, which had just begun to flourish, nearly died back to a stump. Her modest divination revealed nothing to her. So she turned her hopes to a doctor. The doctor examined the infant carefully. After a long silence, he removed his stethoscope and shook his head. Sorry, madam, there's only so much medicine can do. I see nothing wrong with the child. Fate has no pity. It had forced endless histories into a mind not yet ready to hold them. Crying was inevitable. I began to speak, to walk, to step beyond the estate, when I saw the very same people I had seen in those visions.
Only then did I understand. What I saw was a glimpse of the future.
A law that transcends time and space, reenacting the past, present, and future in an endless cacophony. Among its noise, the history of the family called Buaniche unfolded before me. My gift led my mother to believe I was not suited for public
And
education, so she kept me at home and taught me everything she herself had learned. Cover of the Revelations of Lenormand hits the table with a thud, breathing out a puff of golden dust into the air. A voice declared to me that the moment of judgment had come for the crowned one. That was Napoleon's defeat in the Lenormand
J'ai
prophecy.
vu quelque chose aussi.
Little Beryl? I saw something too, Mum. Brilliant crystals will glitter in our parlor, and customers will come one after another, drawn by our name. Our storefront will be elegant and luxurious, and raw minerals from all over the world will all be within our reach.
You mean
I mean to say,
Allons-nous donner vie à ma
Mum, shall we
vision?
bring my vision to reality? That's crazy, little Beryl. Oh, there is gameplay. Mademoiselle Beryl, about my fate. Her fate, it takes an ambiguous form. Wait a moment, it's about to take shape. Fate's fragments drift like scattered lights. Their true radiance only forms when... Oh, I get it. Do we have to like try to match the shape of the crystal? The true radiance only forms when they finally meet. Drag fragments to the correct spots and reassemble them. For fragments too faint for the eye, turn the gaze inward. All it takes is a flash of clarity. Tap flash of clarity to auto-assemble. I don't want to auto-assemble, I want to try to fix it. Can I turn them? Your fate, so it goes. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I like puzzles. All sorts of puzzles. Thank you for your reading, Mademoiselle Beryl. Madame Clarine, please show me only your finest crystals, would you? Price is no concern. Please come with me. A Buenese crystal never disappoints.
And then,
Her mother's pretty. Took my mother's seat, where she once conducted her fortune tellings. Gave precedence to those fortunes that would please them.
look.
You see, even a brief life will have one or two moments worth cherishing. As for misfortune, I followed my mother's example, disguising calamities as gentle warnings and their silver linings as true hope. Thus people would not fear fate so greatly that they would refuse to enter the parlor. Ah, Madame Clarine, your daughter is your greatest treasure. So many spend fortunes just to hear a word of divination from her. I wonder if your good fortune will come for the years to come. Monsieur Eloy suggests you look after your own shop. Beryl says your district may not remain peaceful for long. Massacre. Clarine sees the noisy gentleman out, then turns to admire her parlor. Just as her daughter foretold, she sits before her, gazing at her with tender warmth.
Beryl,
Beryl, with every passing day, our parlor flourishes. We ought to be prepared for what will come next.
Beryl, que
That is to
vois-tu
say,
dans mon
Beryl,
avenir?
what do you see in my future?
Everything's fine now.
Do not fear that the prophecy will hurt me, Beryl. Look at all we have now. We have built the foundation. We can face whatever comes next. Goodness, you even warned Madame, Muriel? Muriel about her treacherous servant and saved her from the smothering of that pillow. Fate is not set in stone. She knows her mother is desperately hoping for good news.
Maman,
Maman,
crois-moi,
3 months from now, your
ta
life
vie
will be
sera
taken in a
prise
robbery.
lors d'un vol.
Oh. Well. So that's what happens to the mom. To look upon doom. Monsieur Eloy's words had pierced my mother, allowing her weakness to pour from the wound. Before then, she had never once asked me to read her fate. But she looked upon all she had gained, her life of comfort, and drew false courage from it. It was on that day that she decided to confront it. So she asked me, and I answered truthfully.
Fate always keeps its promises.
As fate would have it. Monsieur Damien, I haven't seen your wife in nearly 2 months now. Still resting at home, is she? Yes, she's quite fragile. She'll need more time until she's herself again. Oh my, I'll be sure to keep her in my prayers. And Mademoiselle Beryl, may I see her today? My apologies, madam. Ever since her mother fell ill, Beryl's been in low spirits. But I can relay a message to her for you. I'm certain she will be glad to ease your concerns. Glances toward the closed door deep within the showroom, then resumes his polite smile as he greets the next customer. Dang. Excuse me. Books and crystals press into the narrow room, encircling a small figure at its center. This was where Clarenne's career began. She kept it deep within the parlor like a metal earned her battle with life. The infinite contracts inwards, and the light of purification descends. Before all things, it reveals itself, the Sephirat of the infinite.
And then,
For that, I no longer offered my divination. Future had already realized itself. I was to move to the next place. Life is only a phenomenon. Once placed beneath fate, it becomes transparent, its ending visible at a glance.
what is fate to you?
What is fate? Why does it hold this absolute power? The teachings of the Kabbalists became my reference.
mother.
As for Madame Claren, she was an interesting person. Buonish residence? Beryl watches the moonlight through the window. The sound of a fierce argument drifts past her ears and thins into the night.
Are you trying to kill me?
Damien, are you trying to kill me? I said you must not return home now. But this is my home too, and your daughter's, mind you. We're a family, Claren. We have to stay together to face this coming disaster as one. No, your presence only pushed me closer to death. The wretch may have followed you in already, hiding in the kitchen with a knife, waiting for midnight to strike. Damn, she's just going insane, like, trying to, like, defy, like, fate and whatnot. Trying to stay home, like, she doesn't even want her daughter or, like, husband to, like, be in the house at all, either. Thinking, like, she's just kind of, like, I don't know, you know, live. The wretch may have followed you in already, hiding in the kitchen with a knife, waiting for midnight to strike. Claren, stop, you're imagining things. No one followed us, and didn't you already throw the knife away? Leave the parlor, I can deal with that. But what about your daughter? Are you going to abandon Beryl too? Hearing her name, the girl turns. Claren rushes to her barefoot, drops to a crouch, and grabs her by the shoulders. Beryl, you understand, don't you? Everything I've done. Everything I've done, you understand why I did it. Besides, I have to live if I'm to continue to love you, isn't that right? She examines her mother's twisted, frantic expression. Papa? Damien stares at his daughter in surprise. Her eyes rest on her mother with a faint, unreadable interest.
Ça va.
I'd best not disturb her. Maman will be fine.
My mother.
Madame Claren had escaped hardship through her will alone.
As you can see,
Facing death, though disordered and desperate, she revealed the same core that had once sustained her. 15 days after hearing the prophecy, she had tried to remain composed.
then-
For the rest of the month, she did all she could to prevent it, repairing doors and windows, dismissing the servants. With the second month, she no longer dared to step outside, isolating herself even from her husband and child. Carved herself an island in the river of fate, swearing to stay far away from its swirling currents.
it was
Her efforts were so
touching.
moving that I almost felt a trace of longing for what she fought for. But her death, all our conversations had been reduced to a single repeated exchange. Beryl, has my fate
Non,
changed?
maman.
No, Maman. How fortunate to come on the day Mademoiselle Beryl is willing to divine, but is your mother well? She's been ill for so long now. It must be 2 years now, mustn't it?
Peut-être.
My mother's never stopped resisting her disease. Perhaps she may recover after all. It's just wonderful. So, Madame Celine, what troubles you? My husband hasn't returned home in several days. Vision strikes abruptly and flashes before Beryl's eyes. Is her husband gonna kill Beryl? Or kill Claren? Mother draws open the curtains. Harsh sunlight falls upon her pale face. Fine day indeed. Perfect for a little walk, I'd say. Is that what she's... Yeah, she's gonna die, right? After years of silence, her voice is hazy and mumbling. She turns back into the room, takes an old dress from the wardrobe, and changes out her yellow house robe. Mademoiselle Beryl? She gazes outward, watching the woman in the vision. Claren sits at the dressing table, carefully arranging her hair. She smiles at the mirror, releasing the tension long locked in her brow. She looks at peace, as if nothing in the world could trouble her. She leaves the room and walks toward the front door. Beryl, is this the last you'll see of me?
C'est mon choix.
Let me tell you, this is my choice. She speaks directly into the open air, and she opens the door and steps out of the home she has not left in 2 years. 2 years? Mademoiselle, are you alright? Street Paris. Claren walks along the street toward the parlor. Oh, Madame Claren, you've recovered, have you? Thank you for your concern. I am well. In fact, I've never felt better. She gracefully greets them, then takes her leave. She enters a narrow alley. She must pass through it to reach the street with the parlor. Claren would never emerge at the other end of that alley. Someone just robs her and kills her. Mademoiselle Beryl. Diviner returns to herself amid Madame Celine's anxious calling. No one present senses what is about to occur.
C'est le destin.
Yes, this is fate. My apologies, Madame Celine. I was distracted for a moment. Oh, that's quite alright. Are you well? The young diviner smiles
Ça
faintly.
va.
Just fine, madam.
Le destin.
Fate is unchangeable. Damn, man. Madame Claren failed. On that day, she chose her own end.
I was grateful.
I was grateful to her, not only for her love as a mother, but because she confirmed for me the true nature of fate.
Fate is a woven net, and we the prey, caught between the fibers. And yet, it leaves us just enough space to breathe. Enough to make us believe we still have the freedom to choose a path. Which is, in fact, the only one left to us. It was touching.
The romanticism is charming, but is there truly any difference between those who believe in free will and those who surrender to fate? Like my mother, who exhausted every avenue, even withdrew herself from the world, only to delay the ending by a fraction. That brief, fierce strength that once shone in her would continue to play out in countless others. I enjoyed observing them, and yet I knew none would be the exception.
What I saw was a glimpse of the future.
Fate has many names: absolute force, absolute will, the supreme law, the endless light from the radiant Sephiroth. Beneath its glow, there is no difference between me and them. Thus, naturally, I have no need for me. Wow. How dost thou view the storm? Wow. What a crazy chapter. That was a good one. Familiar strangers. Another gameplay segment. Good water tastes so good when it's cold. Let me see. Yet again. What? What? Oh, an expected outcome. Oh, wants us to do it again, huh? It's kind of hard to tell. Something's still amiss. Rain once again flows upward. The people swallow gold. Inside the safe house, the crystal has shattered into star-like fragments, and Beryl's face flickers in their glow. Picks up one of the fragments and runs her fingers across it.
I am afraid this is not what I was looking for.
This is not the crystal that the ritual requires. Okay. What's next? What next then? Mining area? Dude, this looks like... What the heck? This looks literally like... the place with Windsong. It's the same art, at least, I think. After another long trek, Broom finally arrives in the Beryl Mountains. The freezing wind bites at her. I'm half near frozen. Honestly, Adele, you take Beryl's words as law now. You nigh on kill yourself finding a stone for Beryl, only for her to shatter it in yet another failed ritual, then set out searching all over again. Aren't you tired of this? Madame Boaniche's ritual seems extremely difficult. Some failures are bound to happen. Is that really your belief, or are you simply allowing her to toy with you in the name of adventure? This is Beryl Boaniche, ma chérie. Other lesser diviners may require rare and pure crystals, but when has she ever cared about such things? Even to sustain life, she only needed a most ordinary white crystal. Yet now she gambles the success of the ritual on stones, which were once nothing but replaceable trinkets to her.
Unbelievable.
What utter tosh. Is Beryl really so inept? Madame Boaniche's abilities aren't what they once were. Perhaps she truly does require stronger conduits now. Conduits? What's so wrong with that, Lucienne continues to chuckle to herself. At any rate, I do so enjoy watching her stammer. Miss Broom, this way. Just as Felician finishes speaking, a bright voice calls out. A girl waves from not far away. Broom looks toward the sound and freezes in shock.
Mina,
Mina,
what are you doing here?
What? White crystal orb glimmers softly, a faint face shimmering within it. You met Mina, the girl you befriended while searching for stones in Delhi? That's right, but now she calls herself Asia? Asaya? She says she's a Bashkir and a guide for the mines. She even claims she's never left these mountains. Let me see. Hold on. Far away in the mining region, Broom had returned to her temporary lodging and locked the door. Broom? She took out the orbiculum Beryl gave her and called upon Beryl.
But
Asaya's appearance and manner differ from the Mina I met in Delhi. They are the same person. Diviner considers it for a long time, or a long moment, then lets out a soft, knowing laugh. Same person with a different identity.
I see.
So that's how it is. What does that mean? Beryl casts an unnoticeable glance at the parlor window. A faint silhouette approaches.
Adele.
This is not the moment to talk, Adele. Continue your searching for the Dematoid. She'll be in contact soon. A Brooklyn dims, followed by a knock at the parlor door. Come in, Mr. Forget-Me-Not. Oh, snap. What? We have not seen this dude since forever. Holy moly. The usually polite alchemist appears uncharacteristically tense. Wow, we just... Holy... So, Madame Boaniche, what is your answer?
Interesting indeed.
The resurrection ritual is indeed interesting. The calm expression reveals nothing. Your daughter Matilda is in the Foundation. As her mother, it would be easy for you to ask her to retrieve a few materials from the Arcanum Containment Department. What is it you're hesitating over? My daughter and I have not spoken for quite some time. Making contact may not be wise. So this is not present then. Or it's not at least... Yeah, it's not present, but it's after the main event story. Now allow me to give you a reminder. You can't sit on the fence forever. In the end, you'll choose a side.
I am afraid not.
Both Vindicta and the Foundation are my collaborators. It is not so complicated as you imagine. Impatience never leads to a successful business, Mr. Forget-Me-Not. Allowing time for consideration is a necessary step. I see. Then on the fence, you'll stay. Realizing there is no use in continuing, he stands and shakes his head. Ever since Paris, you've become difficult to contact, and you have grown increasingly distant from our cause. At the door, he turns back to look at her. You know very well that you cannot survive the rain alone. You mustn't detach yourself from the world, Madame Buoniche. Trying to quickly just go over here real quick so I could find what the name of that one place in reverse was called. Oh, I already remember it. Rayashki. Late at night, the orboculum glows once more.
What?
I mean, these people are anomalies caused by the storm.
However,
It is only my supposition. Until we fully understand the storm, we cannot say for certain whether it is true. No, it's logical, really. The disorder of an era reaches a certain threshold, the storm washes everything away and returns it to a fragment of the past. Problem is, the disorder hasn't been completely corrected, so identical identities appear in different forms, and the identical people appear with different identities. Yet none of them can truly be regarded as the same person. Well done, Adele. You have taken another step to understanding the truth of the storm. Truth of the storm, I still cannot fathom why or how it forms, or what its origin
But
is.
there's one thing I know for certain.
There's one thing that's certain, how the storm must be defined.
This
Oh.
storm, it's an utter disaster. Playing with people's lives like toys.
Yeah, what's up, dude? Amidst it, even the greatest treasures lose their value, and Menace Vindicta seeks to control
yes. It has only brought disaster.
Agreement between Brim and Beryl is exceedingly rare. It leaves Brim stunned. Fate should be an immutable and ever-flowing river. Nothing should be able to deviate its course. And yet, in correcting its fallacies, it has been reduced to mechanical vulgarity, a tool to be exploited. It is no longer what it simply is.
The rainwater has eroded the edifice of fate. Cracks have etched their way deep into its foundation.
The orboculum falls silent on both ends. Brim is struck speechless, while Beryl sinks into thought. Finally, a mocking voice breaks the stillness. So this is why you're on edge, Beryl. Almost done. What you been up to today, dude? Or what have you guys been up to today? Take no sides. I was gonna get on yesterday, but today and yesterday I was just busy. Oh, this is how she looks. Miss Broom, are you leaving home now? Are you really leaving home now? But we still haven't found the dematoid you were looking for? I'm sorry, Asaya, but I have to go. 55 watch streak? That's crazy. Your days of adventure are pleasant, but their outcomes are often not what they'd hoped. Pretty sure you guys chilling and hanging out. Not much played Fortnite on my brother's account. Fortnite. Huh. Why? This is all so sudden. 2 days ago, Beryl urged them to return as soon as possible. With Forget-Me-Not no longer providing her with precise intelligence, she can only rely on weakened divination to judge their movements. Pendulum revealed to her Management Dictate's acceleration efforts, meaning the storm could come at any moment. But she cannot speak this reason aloud. We disappointed Madame Boaniche. Does she no longer wish to work with us? No, Asai, you're overthinking it. Asai's urgency leaves Broom uncertain of how to answer. In any case, don't worry about Madame Boaniche's thoughts. Most importantly, Asai, you all must take care of yourselves. Heard there's gonna be HSR skins on Fortnite later this month. Yeah. I guess Star Rail got big enough that it could get into Fortnite. Week after Barim's return to Paris, the world melts into an expressionistic oil painting. Beryl prepares a ritual, glancing curiously at Brom. Since India, you have changed when facing the storm. It's not about the gemstones. The only meaning in all this is in the world after the storm comes to an end. If I'm to reach that world, I must find the truth about the rain. That's what I've learned from you, but
Madame Boaniche.
do you know Madame Boaniche? The same breath that Asaya said goodbye, and she spoke of her worry that you no longer wish to work with them, not knowing that their futures would all be cut off in an instant. With limited time at our disposal, this is the inevitable result. I find no disappointment in it. Besides, I have found a substitute. On the table, an olive green aventurine glimmers faintly. But this time I may only be able to make slight adjustments to the ritual itself. Still can't do it, madam. Detaching myself from the world as you do. To be completely clean of it all. At her words, Beryl's hands stop mid-movement. She stares at the adventurine and the smile fades from her face. Madame Boaniche, what's wrong? One day reverse will make it too. I don't know what to say about that one. The diviner doesn't answer. Her thoughts sink somewhere very deep. So the great diviner finally refuses to keep spinning in place, does she? Felicien's mockery does not touch her. Beryl rises and looks off. Not to a window, but a wall. Although she cannot see it, she knows the rain has begun its washing of the world. It will soon be molded into a new shape. She stands at that shore, watching the rain fall before her, vanish and fall again, over and over. Rose isn't getting the love it deserves. It's just a niche game. I mean, it's it's popular, but it's not like mainstream popular. Must have detach yourself from the world, Madame Boaniche.
The fates of many commingle here. Her stream is deeply entangled with your own.
Beryl lowers her head and lets out a long sigh as if relieved of a weight. When her face lifts again, she has returned to her usual composure.
I have been watching from the riverbank for too long.
She gathers the crystals laid on the table and places them back into her luggage one by one. Madam, what's wrong? Will you not perform the ritual?
Adele,
Adele, once the storm has passed, go to the parlor and bring me all the white crystals. Those which hold no impurities, understood? Honestly, do you really intend to go on with these pointless... Those white crystals will serve another purpose. The dim, scattered points of light drift In the dim, scattered points of light drift in her eyes. Heh, so those gemstones were worthless after all. Beryl smiles, she does not deny it. Didn't even intend to. It's time that we gave our guest his answer. Cannot leave the gentleman waiting forever. Guanish residence. Beryl stands at the entrance of her home, waiting patiently. Same door where all those years ago Clarence stepped out and dove headfirst into her current. I must say, you surprised me. I didn't expect you'd be the one to contact me. Tell me, why the change of heart?
I am afraid not.
There has been no change. You are still my client, Mr. Forget-Me-Not. I agree. I will procure the roar lion's tail for your ritual. After the storm, the foundation will be in chaos. Finding someone easily influenced with the Arcanum containment departure will not prove difficult. You must give me the payment I am owed. All information regarding the resurrection ritual. I see. This is all still before Arcana gets resurrected then. Well, we're almost done. Aria in the rain. Street Ushuaia? At the edge of the earth, at the southernmost point of human dwelling, 800 nautical miles south lies the white wasteland that covers the South Pole. There, an event that may overturn the order of life is about to unfold. I imagine Mr. Forget-Me-Not is suffering at this moment. The liner hands over the roar lion's tail. A moth lands upon it, fluttering its wings. Miss Grace! The alchemical accident upset him greatly. But as long as the ritual succeeds, his failure will be remedied. I didn't expect you to actually retrieve it from the Arcanum Containment Department.
As you can see,
An honest transaction. There's an abandoned outpost in the city. You may stay there. Beryl takes the map Grace offers and watches as she leaves.
Madame Boanish.
Well, madam, what now? Only after the moth has flown far does Broom cautiously step forward. Let us warm ourselves at a cafe first. We must be patient. Cafe Ushuaia. Thought you would insist on going to Antarctica. She savors the richness of the latte cupped in her hands, finally letting herself relax. For a day since the storm,
I am
one
afraid not.
that requires no frantic travel. Antarctica will soon fall into chaos. There, the foundation of and menace will clash. Going now would only hinder my plans.
As you can see,
Ushuaia is the best choice. Close to the vortex's center, yet unobtrusive. So in the end, you did cooperate with Menace Vindicte. Won't that harm Matilda? Well, I shared some of the information she shared. Damn, that was kind of like a little tongue twister. Well, I shared some of the information she shared. I did not disclose any true secrets. Matilda must come to understand that she and I are fundamentally different. We each have our own goals. She must learn to expect this. Besides, Matilda's not as fragile as you imagine. Then this time, will you tell me your purpose? Sensing the diviner's good mood, Broom chooses her moment carefully. Of course, you have worked diligently, Adele. It is time I told
for
you.
a brief moment, I saw a thread.
When I performed the ritual to seal Felician, I caught a glimpse of a single thread, golden and radiant. The golden thread. She closes her eyes as she tries to recall that fleeting moment. I believe it may be the essence of fate itself, the original form of the endless light. Masaka? You mean fate as a form? In your ritual? It's all been to see this golden thread again. Not just in a passing glimpse, but long enough to trace its shape. And perhaps I will know what fate truly is. Its ritual will be entirely different from those in the past. For I have found its ideal medium. As for Lady Arcana, I cannot see her future, nor clearly define her nature.
However,
Whether her resurrection succeeds or fails, it will disrupt the false surface of this era. Then an indescribable deluge will rise, and the storm will fall in a magnitude far greater than ever before. So that's why you agreed to help Mr. Forget-Me-Not. You want to use their resurrection ritual. Correct. Seems we finally encountered a matter worthy of exciting you, Beryl. The resident of the mineral once again points out Beryl's uncharacteristic honesty.
It's almost friendly of you. Disturbingly so.
You're even kind in your explanation, truly terrifying. Beryl lifts her cup, takes a sip, and hides her smile behind porcelain. Ha! Deep rumbling, as if from the earth's core, rips Brim from sleep.
What's going on?
What's happening? She looks around. Beryl's gone, along with the white crystals they brought from the parlor. Where does she go? She rises quickly as she nears the door. She notices clear, strange water seeping beneath the doorframe.
Goodness!
Sung, what's happening? The moment she opens the door, the water surges inward. Brim looks around as the water continues to rise. Residents on the streets stare into the distance in terror.
What?
Oh, that's the flood! When the horizon deluge makes its advance. Following its line, her eyes fall on Beryl standing not far away. She stands motionless, the water already reaching her calves. White crystals drift around her in the current. Adele, leave her. Right now, we must find a way to survive this flood. No, something's wrong with Madame Bouaniche. Ignoring Felicienne, Brim runs forward. Madam, what's happening? The diviner stares off into the distance, unable to hide her joy.
most unexpected.
Though I have never been able to foresee the storm, I never expected that it could take this shape. Brim grabs Beryl's arm. Madame Bouaniche, if this really is the storm, we need to get back inside. No. Breaking from her trance, she slips herself free of Brim's grasp. I'll conduct the ritual here. Out here? Then how will you survive?
Leave her alone, Adele.
She intends to use herself as a medium. She will replace the gemstone and become the ritual center. You are indeed the more perceptive of the two. Brim just stands, stunned, as the pendulum drops from the diviner's palm. There's no medium in this world more suitable than myself.
Adele,
Adele, you have stood at the crossroads of others' fates. We now stand in the same place. Through me, and the spiritual and material converge. I must step into the rain if I am to see the fate which has soaked it. The light engulfs Brim, stripping away her will.
no need to worry.
Do not worry, the safe house is close. When the ritual is complete, I will return. Whether I succeed or fail, there is still much to be done. Go now, Adele. Beryl turns to face the rushing flood. Behind her, Adele staggers back. Beryl turns to face the rushing flood. Behind her, Adele staggers back toward the safe house. Come, storm, wash over me. She waits patiently as the water rises past her knees, her waist, then her chest. The wave stands before her like a giant, then descends mercilessly.
Cette tour,
7 doubles, 7
Cette
gates, 7 in all reveal the
cet
Sephiroth.
entour révèle les séphirotes.
She sinks beneath the surface. Holy shit. Peace unlike any before. They're jigsaw puzzles now. What the? Wait a minute, I was trying to... Okay, well... Complete at last.
I see.
So this is your form. Wait, what is it? It's as if she has dived into a crystal ball. A glistening golden thread is reflected in the distance.
I have been watching from the riverbank for too long.
She reaches toward the thread, but her fingertips meet only a cold, glassy surface. Since the storm divorced it of the clarity of fate's governance, the world has fallen into chaos. I wavered because I was disappointed by what already was, but...
How can one truly know the river if they never step into it?
Golden light trembles. She hears something like the breath of fate. I was narrow-minded.
Most unexpected.
To think that thought and language could describe you, that mere fragments of experience could define you. How dost thou view the storm? Lady Arcana had her answer long ago. She simply offered me a question worth pursuing. And at last, I see you again, Golden Thread. The advent of the storm was a disaster indeed, and it fractured your holy face, but it also opened a rift in the experimental world.
Rift through which the prisoners of fate chanced to glimpse you.
Experiential world, actually. The rift through which the prisoners of fate chanced to glimpse you.
And only when they laid eyes upon you could they understand. You are disordered, yes, but...
Tu es absolument et de façon inattendue à couper le souffle.
You are utterly and unexpectedly breathtaking, she sighs. Then she empties her mind and simply watches. But the stillness does not last. Her body has already begun to dissolve, so this is the price. The crystalline surface begins to fracture, pushing her further away. But I have no regrets. Her eyes remain open, refusing to close them. For even a moment. Who is that? In the dim after-image of her fading sight, a girl stands in the void, wearing a top hat. Miss Vetten. Madame Bueniche. The desperate call pulls her from dissolution. She opens her eyes, they meet a familiar ceiling. Confusion shadows her sallow face. I survived.
Goodness!
Thank goodness you're awake. Grim leans over her. Hypnosis? In order to perform the ritual, you've subconsciously preserved your strength. The hypnosis was shallow. A single breath from Fiu-Fiu dispelled it. The dragon on her shoulder flicks its tail. On her return, the flood had retreated. The storm turned to rain again. Luckily, I was able to bring it back. Brum pauses. Sorry, I interrupted your ritual.
You have done well.
No, you did well, Adele. She extends her hand, prompting Broom to help her sit up. The ritual has drained everything from her. She is weaker than ever before. I succeeded. She smiles with quite satisfaction, recalling the faint silhouette she saw in the water.
There is someone I must see.
Once I recover, there is someone I must see. She saw the golden thread. Your life story. Oh, is that it? The storm threw everything out of order, names and destinies reshaped and reformed. I cannot help but wonder, my dear daughter, if it changed yours too. What the... Okay, let me see. start. Okay, where does this one go? This is not flat enough. Actually, I could see how to do this real quick. Let me see. I've seen your story playing it out countless times. A flawless gem, it hides nothing. And yet I still have hope that the storm has brought you something new, something unseen. How curious, even the gem I know best has turned cloudy and unclear, but perhaps this is for the best. After all, it is uncertainty which excites me most of all. There's an amount of effort which will make the future any clearer. Perhaps we ought to stop here. Whether joy or sorrow awaits, what matters most is the experience she is soon to live through. I only hope that one day she can tell me herself about that, which I have yet to see. Damn, this one was fun. I like doing these old things. Oh, is that it? It's not going to continue? That was really good, though. I mean, I had a feeling she wasn't going to die or anything. But... yeah, I mean, that was it. That was pretty solid. I liked it a lot. What am I going to give it, though? Look at when I give it like a 8 or like an 8.5 or something. I don't think it's a 9. Is it? It's good though. I liked it a lot. Maybe I will give it a 9. think I will. I'll give it a 9 then. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. Beryl's character story. Pretty soon we have Broom coming out, so there's that, and we'll try to summon for that character, and we'll yeah, do her character story when she launches as well. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions on the story. I don't have a lot to say about it. I mean, it's just kind of self-explanatory, I guess, and whatnot. I think it was nice to see. I really did enjoy seeing it go into Beryl's past and everything, and then them talking about. Or I liked seeing like more about her mom. Seeing it was actually surprising to see Mr. Forget-Me-Not there and whatnot, and her encountering Arcana. I guess her with like interacting with Matilda too was pretty good. I really liked it. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a like. Let me know thoughts and opinions, and I will catch you guys on another one. That is.